Hi, welcome back to another one of my videos. So today's session we're going to be thinking about you, all about you. So come down to a seated position on your mat, anyhow you want, cross-legged, on your knees, whatever's comfortable for you at the moment. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I'll encourage you to do that. If that's not for you, bring your gaze, just lower your gaze slightly. And find length in your spine. Think about your sit bones that are rooted into the mat below you. And if they're not rooted very well, if you can't really feel those on the mat, just give yourself a bit of a wiggle. Make sure those two sit bones are on the mat. Alternatively, if you're sat on a block, then they'll be rooted onto the block. Or if you're sat on your with your knees on your knees, then obviously they'll be sat on your heels on the back of your legs. So just make sure they're rooted down and that you can find some length in your spine here. Eyes closed or gaze down. And from here, place one hand on the center of your chest near your heart, bringing your second hand over the top. Maybe feeling your heartbeat here. So today's session, I want you to dedicate it to yourself. And we'll take a really big, nourishing and cherishing and loving inhale, filling our body up through our nose. And our exhale will be a releasing exhale, saying goodbye to anything you no longer need to hang on to, whatever that may be for you. So inhaling through our nose, full inhale right down to the belly, exhaling through your mouth, full exhale. Perhaps squeeze that core at the end, making sure the lungs are as empty as possible. One more again, inhaling through the nose and releasing exhale through the mouth. Lovely. Okay, so back to regular breathing here. Still with the length in the spine. And just bring hands down to thighs or knees. Blinking eyes open back into the room. From here, we're going to come onto all fours, onto our tabletop position. So hands will be underneath shoulders, knees will be underneath hips, hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. Lovely. Okay, so we're just going to do some very gentle cat-cows here, just to get the body moving and also to be moving with your breath. So we will start off with an inhale, and as we inhale, we're going to open up the chest. So we'll inhale through the nose, opening up the chest, dropping the belly down, reaching forwards with your chest, and exhale will be to tuck your chin and then round your back, push into those arms, lovely big arch in the back. Inhale forwards, open up the chest. Exhale, chin into chest, rolling the back up. Here's your cat. Inhaling forward into your cow. Dropping tummy, opening up the chest. And then tucking chin, rolling back into your cat. Inhaling, just coming into neutral position, into all fours. From here, we're going to end up in a seated position. If it's comfortable for you, cross your feet behind you, drop back onto your bottom and roll over with legs coming out in front of you. If that's not for you, you come onto all fours, swing your legs round, whatever the best way for you is. Okay, so staff pose. Find those sit bones again. I want them really rooted into the mat below you. Legs out in front and heels, ankles flexed. So really have those toes pointing up to the ceiling. Find that length again in your back. And root those sit bones down. Length also all the way up to the top of your head here. Hands down to the side. Open up the chest. Big inhale. And releasing exhale. We're going to take our left knee up here, left foot onto the mat. And again, you'll feel your sit bones rooted into the mat here. We'll take an inhale for finding more length in the body. And on an exhale, we're going to twist round to your left. So you've got left knee up, we're twisting round to our left. So inhale, find that length in the body, facing forwards. Exhale, hug your left knee with your right hand. Left hand comes behind you and gently twist, using your whole exhale to twist round to the back. Your eyes, your gaze will be the last thing to turn round. And then we'll gently come back to the front. Lovely. Pop your left foot and leg down. We'll bring up the right leg. So right knee comes up, right foot onto the mat. Rooting those sit bones down again. And this time we'll rotate round to our right. So it's right knee up. So we'll end up hugging with our left hand round our right knee. So when we inhale for length, we're looking forward, straight ahead. So inhale, find that length. Exhale, hug your right knee. Round on your exhale. Gaze will be the last thing to come behind you here. Remember to keep the length in your back. And gently exhale again. Coming back to your neutral position, staff pose. All right, so from here, we're coming back onto our tabletop. So whichever way is easiest for you to do. If you're able to cross legs and roll over, please do that. If not, swing your legs around, just whatever easiest way to come back onto your tabletop position here. Okay, so tabletop position. We are going to do a side plank, but we'll support it with our knee here. But we'll still keep quite a high plank, so we'll be on our hands. If you would prefer to come down to your elbows, then that's definitely an option for you. So from here, we're going to take our left leg to the end of the mat. We will draw our right foot out, but our knee will stay in the same position. Our right foot will come out for support, just to give you a bit more support. It's a little bit of a balance here. And then we'll root our right hand into the mat, and we're going to take our left hand, and we're going to inhale, bringing the left hand up the arm, past the chest, and up to the sky. Now from here, really open up that chest. Find your core. If it hasn't found you already, squeeze your core here, especially the lower side of your core, your right side of your, the right side of your body here. Reach up for height and press down into your left foot at the end of the mat here. Take one really big breath. And on your exhale, take your hands over the top of your head to the mat, back into your tabletop pose. Give your body a bit of a wiggle there. All right, same on the other side. I won't be facing you for this one, so we'll root our left hand into the mat, Our left knee is going to stay where it is, but as we swivel around or as we come into our plank, our left foot will come out. So take your right foot to the end of the mat, swivel around your left foot just to give you a bit more stability, and then right hand is going to come to your left hand, and on an inhale you're going to reach your right hand all the way up to your left shoulder, across your chest and up to the sky. Find length, find height here, really reaching up from those fingertips. And then pressing the chest open, really opening up the heart here. Big breaths, pressing your right foot into the mat, the end of the mat. Squeeze that core. Big inhale here. And on your exhale, take your right hand over the top of your head and back down to your tabletop. From here, we're going to come up into our first down dog of the session. So tuck toes. Make sure hands are firmly placed into the mat in front of you. And then we'll drop sit bones towards heel and then up into the sky. Really encouraging those heels to go to the wall behind you or even towards the mat here. Finding length from fingertip to sit bones. Bending knees if that's for you. Take a really big breath here. And on your exhale, we're going to bend the knees just slightly as we gently take little steps up to our forward fold. Drop head into your forward fold. And we will come up on an in-breath, but gently. We'll roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head will be the last thing to come up. So start your inhale. Gently rolling up. Head will be the last thing to come up. Give shoulders a lovely, lovely release at the top of your mat there. Lovely. All right. Don't practice on carpet unless you absolutely have to. Okay. So from here, we are coming to the top of our mat, and we're going to have a go with chair pose. Right. So in fact, anywhere on your mat will be fine here. So with chair pose, I'm going to ask you to start off with your hands at heart center. And the reason I'm doing this is to encourage length in the body here, really, really drawing up from your sit bones to the top of your head, rooting those feet into the mat. Now, a slightly wider stance than feet together will give you a little bit more stability. So make sure that you've got feet really, really rooted into the floor here. All corners, all toes and corners of your feet. And then we're going to inhale those hands up to our heart center. And as we exhale, we're going to just take a seat on our chair. So, really squeeze those glutes. These are the muscles that we want to be working here, not just these front muscles here. So these are the muscles we want to be working. Squeeze the glute. Now I want you to see if you can rock your pelvis backwards and forwards. What we're trying to do here is come to a neutral position. It's quite easy, especially for me. I am quite happy sticking my backside out here, but what I'm looking for is a beautiful, lovely line along from the sit bones. So a neutral position in your pelvis is what we're looking for here. And the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is just take a gaze of your toes. Now, if you can't find them, don't come forwards. Just see if you can bring your knees back and your bottom back further. And your toes should be there. Find that length in the back again. All right. Take a big inhale and then exhale to release. Great. Hope we warmed up. Okay, so coming to your Tadasana, your mountain pose at the top of your mat here. Hands facing forwards, shoulders back, length from soles of the feet all the way up to the tip of your head. We'll inhale together here, so take your exhale, and then inhale those arms up high. And from here, we're going to exhale into your chair position, your chair pose. So bend those legs, take another inhale here, and then exhale into forward fold. Inhale, find your half lift, length from sit bones to top of head. Exhale, taking hands to the mat, take just the left foot back into lunge. Find the length, again, all from sit bone all the way up to the top of your head here, bringing shoulders away from ears. And we're coming into warrior one. So we're going to drop our heel. If you'd rather stick in a high lift, you can stay on tiptoes, or we can drop the high heel as we inhale, hips, encouraging them to face forwards here. And then warrior two. So we're going to swivel around to our left, bringing left hand behind us, right hand in front of us, trying to find arms parallel to the mat. Take a gaze over your right fingertips here and really sink in to your right knee. Encourage your right knee towards your your little toe. Lovely. So from here, we're coming back into warrior one. So we'll bring arms up, inhale, bring the, I've come onto a high lunge here, so left heel can be down or up, and then we will exhale, hands back down to the mat, take right foot into plank, and then we'll exhale to the mat. So happy for dropping knees down, untucking toes, exhaling the body down, tuck the elbows in here, hands just very gently pressed into the mat as we inhale, back bend, baby cobra. Exhale, back down to the mat, tuck toes, we're coming into down dog, press into mat, heel, sit bones back to heel and up into the sky for your down dog. And then we'll come forwards with our left leg, bend knees, take a gaze to where it's going, follow through with your right leg into your forward fold, and then up into chair this time. So bring arms up, find your chair, take a big breath here, and then exhale back down to the mat, your forward fold, and then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Ready for the other side here. Okay then, so hands drop down to the side. Inhale those arms up. Exhale into chair. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Right foot back into your lunge. Feel the length between sit bones and top of your head, possibly top of head all the way down to your right heel. And then from here, you can stay up on your tiptoes on your right foot, or as we inhale up, you can drop your right heel into your warrior one. And exhale, round to your right to warrior two. Your hands will be parallel to the floor here as well. You'll be bending into your left knee and encouraging your left knee out to your left tiptoe here. Knit those shoulders together behind your back. Remember the length that you can feel from sit bone to top of head. And from here, we'll come back into our warrior one. Bringing the arms up, inhaling, exhaling, back down to the mat. Taking left foot to your down dog, and then we'll come forwards with our right foot here, so take a bend in the knees, forwards with your right foot, then left into your forward fold, and inhale to chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale back down to forward fold. And then inhale all the way up this time. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Eyes closed for a moment. Feel the heartbeat. Feel the movement you created in the body. Big inhale, big exhale. Lovely. All right. So from here, we're going to take quite a wide stance for your five-pointed star pose. So it's quite a wide stance here. So have feet, for this in particular, we're going to have feet facing like 45 degrees. And this is your five-star pose here. So 1, or five-pointed, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pointed star. All right, so tuck tailbone, bring your pelvis, tuck your pelvis under and forwards. And then we've got our five-pointed star here. So from here, we're going into goddess. So bring your arms up into a cactus pose or goalposts. Really feel some strength here. Knit those shoulder blades together behind you. Take a really big inhale here. As we then exhale, just a gentle squat, tucking the tailbone forward, finding length in the back, sit bone all the way to the top of the head. Remembering that this practice is being dedicated to you. Take a really big inhale, nourishing inhale. And releasing exhale. And then come back to neutral. Great. All right, so wriggle those feet back to the center of your mat here. And we're going to have a go at a balancing pose. So this is why, another reason, carpet, not a good idea. You want something really solid here. In fact, if you're on like tile or anything like that, come off your mat and onto the tile. Best way to do it. If you want some more support, lean against the wall. I probably won't lean against my mirror here, but yes, if there's anything you can hold on to, stand near it and see how it feels for you. All right, so where we're going here is we're going to have a go at eagle pose. So as your feet were in chair pose, have toes pointing forwards. We're going to take a little bend in the knees as we bring up our hands, just to encourage length in the back here. Take your right leg over the top of your left leg and place your toe onto the mat, just to give you some support. If you've done eagle pose before, wrap your foot round. But if you've not done this before, leave your toe on the mat. Keep the slight bend in the legs here. And then we're going to take arms out in front of you. And your left arm is coming over the top of your right arm, crossing at elbows here. And then bend them up, so backs of hands are touching. If you wish to go further, you can wiggle hands round and have palms touching. You get a beautiful opening all along the back of your shoulders here. So if you're now comfortable taking toe off, wiggling the toe round the back. Woo, not with my balance today. And if this is enough for you, fantastic. If you want to lift up elbows, maybe even look up to the sky, keep breathing. And exhale, very, very gently, releasing everything back down to the mat. Lovely. Okay, ready for the other side. So, feet in the same position. And a very, very gentle bend in your knees. And we'll take left leg over the front of right leg this time. Place those toes down just for a little bit of support while we arrange our arms. Arms out in front of you. And this time we're going to take right arm over the top of left, crossing at your elbows, and then bending arms back, so backs of hands are touching, or if you want to come all the way around for palms to touch. Beautiful. And now from here, you want to see if you can wrap that foot round further. Not for me today. Wrap the foot round further, and then maybe lift up your elbows. Still breathing. Big inhale and exhale. Nice, and gently back to the mat. Well done, well done. Brilliant. All right, so from here, we're going to come back down to the mat now. So come back into our, we're coming back into our staff pose. So on our bottom again, and finding those sit bones, finding that beautiful square position, toes pointing upwards, ankles really, really flexed. We'll find that strength and that length all the way along the legs, rooting those sit bones into the ground, and then creating that length from sit bones to top of your head. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to bring, as we did earlier, we'll bring our left foot up, left knee up, 2, and we'll twist and hold it maybe just a little bit longer this time. So we'll take a big inhale as we're facing forwards, and on our exhale, we'll rotate round to our left, and left hand will come back behind you here as well. So inhale, find that length. Exhale, left hand behind you, hugging your left knee and rotating throughout your whole exhale to gaze eventually behind you. See if you can inhale, finding a little bit more length here in the back. And on your exhale, there may be a little bit more twist. One more inhale here. And one more exhale. And release. Left leg back down to the mat. Bit of a shake. And taking the right foot up this time, right knee up, gazing forwards. This time we're going round to our right, so we're going to hug right knee with left hand, and right hand is going to go behind us. So inhale, find the length in the body. Exhale, hug the right knee. Rotate the body throughout the whole exhale. Inhale, see if you can find some more height and length in the body. Exhaling, perhaps a little bit more twist. One more inhale. One more exhale. Lovely. All right, so legs back down to the mat. Great stuff. All right, so we'll come into a Shavasana now. So if you want to lower your back onto the mat. Melt your head into the mat. Widen your feet. Let toes drop out to the side. Bring eyes to a close. Have palms facing up. Reconnect with your breath. Feeling your heartbeat. Using our inhales to locate any areas of tension that you may be holding in your body, and releasing those areas, inviting softness into those areas on your exhale. Perhaps it's your lower back. Perhaps your shoulders can drop into the mat just a little bit further in. Perhaps there's still some tension in the forehead. Checking in with those areas and inviting softness. Keeping the eyes closed here. Bringing some very gentle movement back into fingers and toes. Maybe feet and hands. Extending that movement, maybe rocking head from side to side. Perhaps a full body stretch, arms up above you. And then bringing feet to the mat, bringing knees up to the chest, giving those knees a big hug, big squeeze. And then gradually, if comfortable, keeping eyes closed as you gently come over to one side. And meet me back on the mat in a seated position. Any seated position that's comfortable for you. We'll inhale the hands to heart center, joining the left side of the body with the right side. Putting a bit of pressure into those fingertips and the palms. Reminding ourselves that today's practice was dedicated to you. We'll take a really big inhale here. Fill the body up. Nourish the body through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more of those breaths. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And 1 more inhale. And last exhale. Coming back to your regular breathing. Blinking those eyes open and coming back into the room. There's a big smile for you. Thank you so much for practicing with me again. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, or even a good night's sleep, depending on when you're doing this video. Namaste.